So, I mean, I can still see my face, and we're not changing the exposure here. But it definitely shows the sky being blown out. So, take a little look at natural. Walk a little further here. Yeah, let's go turn around. Maybe we'll do the same little walk here into the sun and back and use a few different settings. So that you can see how they look, how they're different in a situation like this, which is, of course, again, not ideal. And since we are in natural, we're no longer being pushed to 640 that we were with Vlog, and we are now at ISO 100. I don't have my glasses, so I'm a little slow with this. Shutter stop of 250th and aperture of f3.5. So I'm going to go and now change this over to one of the other settings. We are now in the flat profile. So again, this is with the sun behind me. Again, sky still blown out. But I'm going to let the exposure stay just to kind of push each one of these profiles. And, oh, again, that sun is harsh. I can barely see. But this is flat, so we'll see what it does in post. And back around again. That sun right behind me. Kind of an interesting flare. I'm not really opposed to it. Considering the price of this lens, I'm very impressed. Everything I've looked at has been super sharp. I think it's a combination of the lens and the camera. Although I do have the sharpness set down to -3, I will double check that, as well as noise reduction, because I usually always turn that down, and I have to stop looking at the side monitor. Novices. Okay, let's try another setting. Okay, now we are going with Cinelike D2. Let's push our exposure up to 640. Interesting, or shutter up to 640. ISO at 200. Still at f3.5. Kind of interesting. Okay, let's go into the sun. And again, I know an ND filter would be the normal choice, but for this kind of a blog setup, and the fact I'm not doing a lot of crazy motion, you're not really going to see the negative effects of high shutter speeds. So I don't think it's really something negative. Again, if I try to turn the camera and look at an animal or something, or a bicyclist flying by, since one's flying by over there, then it might be a negative to have that. So it kind of all depends on what kind of blog you're doing. Okay, so that was Cinelike D2. Give it one more spin around in the harsh Florida sun. Be interesting to see what happens with the autofocus there too. So next. Okay, now we are in Cinelike V2, which also thinks that 640 is the shutter speed to be at. And we'll spin around. Whoa. And ISO 200 again. So walking directly into the sun. And now spinning around. Do that a little bit slower. Don't want you to throw up. And now let's get that sun right behind me. Must be behind a cloud. Can't quite. Oh, there we go. So there I am, backlit with it at the rim of my hat. And let's walk back. So again, this is Cinelike V2. And we'll go and give a, oh God, that's so bright. Spin around as well. And let's see, I think we have Rec 709. Okay. Give it a second to focus. So this one is called Like 709. I need to look these up and see what Panasonic says about them. Let's go ahead and face the sun. Oh, so harsh. I know my eyes are having trouble adjusting exposure, so I can only imagine the camera is as well. So Like 709. Go ahead and hi. And now I got the sun behind me. Let's see if we can get her directly behind me. I think I found a cloud, so it's harder to. Oh, there we go. It's getting a little higher. Gotta go down a little lower. And again, that whole background's getting blown out, so we'll see how that goes. So this again is Like 709. And again, once more, all the way around. Oh, harsh sun, harsh sun. Okay. So many interesting people out in the morning. And since I tested all of these out in this little test grounds here, I should not leave standard out. So let's go ahead and see how standard compares in this rather brutal test. Again, it's probably having fun adjusting exposure because my eyes are as well. It's hard to keep them open. It is very, very harsh sun. Can't see my monitor, so I have no idea what's going on. And then let's turn around. Should try to do that a little slower. And let's get that sun right behind me. Where are you? Oh, well, there we go. I think we had it there for a second. Everything's blown out. It's hard. No, there we go. Okay, that's the best I can do with that. Okay, so that is standard. And we'll go back this way. Higher. So there's that. Maybe right here, I'm going to try a few different settings back again since we're in shadow. Okay, since we are in shadow, I figured I would go ahead and try the different settings again just to see how they look compared to each other. This is flat, or no, this is natural. Sorry about that. This is natural setting. Again, we're at shutter 250, f3.5, and ISO 100. So let's go ahead and change. And this is the flat profile. Again, it is shutter 250 f3.5 and ISO 160, 125. A little indecisive there on the camera. Try it again. And this one is Cinelike D, where ISO 200, shutter 320 at f3.5. And then let's go get a quick look at V2. Okay, this is Cinelike V2, and we are at ISO 200 with a shutter speed of 400 and at f3.5. So there you go. And here we are in Like 709. Again, ISO is 160, shutter speed is 250 at f3.5 in the shade. Okay, that's our video for today. I hope it was helpful, and if it has been, I don't have affiliate links, so if you'd like to give me a donation or buy me a cup of coffee for my efforts, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, please give me a thumbs up, and if you can, please subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the more it encourages me also to do more. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.